have to have when you go to Redsfest is a beer. What goes together better than baseball and beer? What goes together with Redsfest better than beer? My friend Diane is going to serve me a cold one.
What kind of beer would you like?
I'd like a delicious Bud Light. Fantastic. Diana, thank you very much.
Enjoy.
You gotta have a cold one when you come to Redsfest. You gotta have a cold one when you do pretty much anything. So, bottoms up, here's the baseball. No trip to Redsfest is complete without stopping by the 700 WLW booth. The segment is here today. If you come by Redsfest, you never know who you're going to meet. Some of the bigger personalities, some of the bigger superstars in 700 WLW. Bill Cunningham, Jim Scott, Mark Amas. Well, I said some of the bigger personalities, but Mark will be here too. As you can tell, this is an extraordinarily popular. When I was a kid, I'd go to Riverfront Stadium and my buddies and I would always challenge each other at the Hardee's speed pitch. Well, here we have the PNC Bank speed pitch. Now, I'll be up front with you. I'm not an Aroldis Chapman. I'm more of a Bronson Arroyo, Mike Leake type guy. I'm going to get you with finesse. I'm going to get you throwing, you know, kind of junk. But we'll see how fast my changeup is here at the PNC Bank speed pitch. You know, after getting those fastballs up there in the low 80s, even somebody like me will admit that I'm a little sore. That's where massage envy comes in. I gotta be honest. Great job. Here's what I don't understand. It is right now 5 till 4, which means Redsfest has been open for about an hour, which means all of these people you're watching right now just got here, and the first thing they decided to do was get a massage. Anyway, you can do this at the mall, but that's creepy. You can do it at Redsfest, and it's awesome, especially if you just threw out your arm. Taking it back. This guy was awesome in shop class. Sir, have you ever lost a finger? He's got all 10. I wanted to be this guy when I took shop class so bad, but I didn't have many woodworking skills. Anyway, this is the Louisville Slugger exhibit. If you ever go to Louisville, which you should go check out a Bats game, and you should check out the Louisville Slugger Museum. They make bats there, and well, they're doing that here. This guy's just art. Can you make them corked? No, can't make them corked. Nonetheless, this is worth checking out, especially if you love the smell of chipped wood. Right now we're in the Reds Hall of Fame area. It's kind of an extension and exhibit inviting people to come to the Reds Hall of Fame. And if you haven't been to the Reds Hall of Fame, it is awesome. New exhibits every year. It's very cool. One of the cool things about this area at Redsfest is, in addition to getting kind of a sense of what the Hall of Fame has in store, this is where, if you're a fan of another team, let's say the Cubs, let's say maybe the Indians, this is where you can come and actually see in person a real live World Series trophy. That's what one looks like, Indians fans. Cubs fans, right there. You can't touch it, but you can get that close to an actual World Series trophy. That's what one looks like. So it's awesome. So if you know any Cubs fans in your life and you're thinking of coming to Redsfest, bring them here. They'll love to see what a World Series trophy looks like. All right, when you come to Redsfest, you can buy Reds tickets. Full season, half season, 20 game. My ticket representative is here, Heather Haynes. How many times a year do I call you with a stupid question about Reds tickets?
At least 100.
At least 100 times a year. Nonetheless, if you buy Reds tickets, call Heather. If you come to Redsfest, come see Heather. Yep. You guys are here the whole time, right?
The whole time. Just look for the Christmas trees. We've got 17 of them here.
Now you've got one of your co-workers wearing Reds pants. All right, probably the signature part of Redsfest, no pun intended, is getting player autographs. Now, if you're like a 45-year-old guy and you're gonna lug in a bag of Little League equipment, come on. But if you've got children, this is where they want to be. A big part of Redsfest is waiting in line. Here's the cool part. When you do this at Kings Island, there's usually 2 people groping each other. None of that going on at Redsfest. Now, these people don't even know whose autograph they're gonna get. Nonetheless, patiently waiting in line, and this is where ice cold beer comes in handy. You can get anybody's autograph, current player, former player, coach, broadcaster, whatever, right here. And these people have actually been here since last year, which is the sad part. But nonetheless, you can get almost anybody's autograph at Redsfest. Lots of interactive stuff here at Redsfest, and you know, most of it has at least something to do with baseball. The Reds Raceway really doesn't. But if you ever go to a Reds game and you see the Reds, what they call it, the KOI Auto Parts race cam. But anyway, if you got a kid, you can strap them in one of those things and they could, you know, run into each other. And can you think of something better to buy someone on your Christmas list than Reds gear? And there's no shortage of it here at Redsfest. You can buy almost anything with a Reds logo on it. I got this at Redsfest last year. Now, there's a couple of high-end items you might want to think about. Who wouldn't want a postseason 2013 t-shirt? I mean, who doesn't remember fondly Reds postseason 2013? Also, get them while they're hot. You got a Shin-Soo Choo t-shirt just in time to watch them play for like the Tigers or somebody like that. So. It's one of the coolest parts of Redsfest, one of the coolest areas. The autographed and game-used Reds memorabilia area, where you can buy game-used jerseys, game-used bats, and while I have no idea what you would do with it, bases. This is a base from that Reds Pirate series at the end of the year. And I guess they're kind of cool. I don't know what you do with that, and I don't know how you, I guess you could frame it, I don't know. Nonetheless, you can buy a base. Somebody's foot hit the, that's fantastic. And I bet you there's some of you that didn't know that for every individual series, they put a plate on it, so Reds Pirate, and they do that during the series, Joe Morgan weekend. It's a $300 base. This has no purpose in your house. You can come to Redsfest and walk around, or you can come to Redsfest and relax and watch TV like Fox News is on. If that floats your boat, you can chill out. There's a huge bar right over there. You can buy a cocktail, you can buy a beer, you can play pool. It's kind of like what you wish your basement was like if your wife would let you. This is a neat area. If you come on Saturday, there's all the college football going on, so you don't have to miss any of the action. Just chill out, or if you're out of your mind, you can watch Fox News. If you ever wanted to find out what being on a cruise ship is like, come to the Reds main stage. Now this is like where all the cool stuff happens. They introduce the players, they do Q&A, all sorts of stuff. Right now they have Temptations, I don't know. They gave Jim Day his own jersey. So we've really just kind of hit the tip of the iceberg when it comes to everything there is to do at Redsfest. There really is so much more. It's an awesome event. They do a great job. So I don't know when you're watching this. I don't know when we're going to throw this thing together. It might be 8 days after Redsfest. Nonetheless, Redsfest is an awesome event. It's got me excited for baseball. I hope it makes you excited for baseball. I'm going to go walk around some more, stand in line, and have a couple of more beers. Go Reds!